is going on? No horsing around. Family, Zach Boyd back at it again. And guys, today as we get ready this 1 week march towards training camp, we're going to try to do something every single day for you. Stephen and I are really excited, pumped up for this time of the year. But today is Jonathan Taylor extension. Wanted to hop on here and just thought it'd be a really nice exercise to talk through it a little bit, see your thoughts, get you to comment on it. And as always, we just love it when you guys light us up in the comments. And I'll just start here. First you're going to have to consider, obviously, the position, the value, the type of player that Jonathan Taylor is. But when you consider every single one of those things, it's really a slippery slope when it comes to this running back position. Definitely think the man deserves to get paid. And I think he deserves to get paid well, but at which point are you out? I mean, you're hearing guys like Saquon say no to 13, 14 million. Now, these are just rumors. I mean, is Jonathan Taylor going to say no to 13, 14 million? What is he asking for? You'd have to think it would be north of $10 million. And at what point does Chris Ballard say, no way, man? At what point does he say, I am just not willing to spend this amount of money at a position that's really not a premium? Or is he? Or does he say, okay, I need to see how this guy fits and how does he work alongside, an Anthony Richardson? Can we make it without him? Can we get the same value for, a veteran player for 2 or 3 million? Can we draft someone? There's a lot of consideration that goes into this signing. And it's really, really fascinating. Chris Ballard has no problem paying his own players. He loves to do it generally right around training camp, and kind of get that knocked out and get it done. That being said, I mean, he's paid Shaq Leonard at a position where you don't normally pay that much for linebacker. He's paid Quentin Nelson at a position that you don't normally pay that much money for an interior offensive lineman. So if anybody would do it, I think Chris Ballard would go above and beyond. I think he loves Jonathan Taylor. And this might be a situation, it might get a little bit murky. This might be a situation where Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen and just the whole staff, they got to see what they look like together in the backfield. Does this make our backfield dynamic, or is there a little bit of a stunt? Is a style not work really, really well with an Anthony Richardson who's a running quarterback? Be interesting to see some of those RPOs and those option routes that we may have in that playbook. But really, really, really think for me, I think my tipping point, I've thought about this all day. I think when you start getting over $12 million a year for a running back, and then you go into maybe a fifth year versus a fourth year, those are some things that you start maybe thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to do this. I don't know if I'm willing to pay up quite like this at this position. I mean, make no mistake about it. Zach Moss is no Jonathan Taylor, but he still ran for 100 yards in an NFL football game. I mean, you can get very serviceable running backs and don't have to pay a premium. So all of the bargaining power is with the organizations, and we've seen them kind of take a real stand with Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley for other teams not signing. They're out there with that franchise tag, and neither one of them look like they want to take advantage of that $10 million a year. Man, I mean, it's a slippery slope. And then, I think Jonathan wants to be here, but I also think he wants to be paid. You can tell there's a little bit of frustration. I think he's a team first guy. I think he'll play, he'll compete, he'll get that money. And I think the word for him is he going to have to end up playing, on a franchise a lot like Saquon is this year. And it'll be fascinating to see what Chris Ballard does. Will he pay? And at what point is too much for you guys? When do you bow out? Or you just say, hey, man, let's just pay the guy whatever. He's that good. He's that good for this football team. But, guys, that one's going to do it for this one. Until next time, thank you so much, and go Colts.